Hello, beautiful humans, and happy Saturday. I was just out doing some leaves in my yard. I am super blessed to have a house that has sugar maples that run down the driveway. I really love them a lot. And this time of year, they do the beautiful thing where they release and they let go. And nature shows us just how beautiful it is to release, to let go of things that are not serving us for the next chapter of our life. And so I was out doing the leaves and really enjoying nature. It is gorgeous here today. And I got thinking about an interaction that I had yesterday with a client of mine. She is inside of All of Me, which is my group personal development membership. And she also does one-on-one coaching with me. And so she said that she was preparing for the coaching session. And she got thinking about what it was that she wanted to talk to me about. And she got thinking about some of the stuff inside of All of Me. And that is a space where I am sharing really vulnerably about the things that I'm navigating and how I'm navigating them in life right now. And she said that she got contemplating about how I have a fair amount of bullshit popping off in my life, have had in August and September and, early October. And that she's watching me navigate these things. And while the things are not okay, I'm okay. And she said that then she was kind of like sitting there reflecting about that and realized she's also okay. That she has a bunch of things that are happening in her life too, that are not small, and they've been going on for a period of time. And she said that it really hit her that she's also fine. And so we got into this really beautiful discussion around the fact that when we regulate our nervous system, and when we learn the tools and skills to be able to create a sense of separation from various different dynamics that are happening in our life, and when we have a way to pick a different frequency, to tell a different story, to be able to challenge the stories that our mind is telling us, that it leads us into this really beautiful situation where even when life is blowing up, because that's the thing. It's the duality of the human experience. There's going to be these really beautiful things that feel delicious for our heart and body and soul and mind. And then there will be beautiful things that might not feel as delicious. And that's the duality of the human experience. Shit is going to happen in your life. That's just it. You can't prevent it. And it's really about what you do internally, how you meet these dynamics, how you meet these situations that determines how that experience goes for you. And so we got into this really fun conversation about her being able to witness the astronomical growth that she has had over the past 3 years. And she was reflecting upon the fact that if these things were happening in her life 3 years ago, she would have spiraled, absolutely spiraled. And here she is navigating them. And she's great. And she said that she never really could understand when I would say, like, I've got big things going on and I'm great, why I could say that or how I could say that. And she had this really exciting moment of self-reflection where she realized, I'm doing it. I have things, big things that are happening in my reality, and I'm okay. I'm able to feel the emotion, ride the wave of the emotion, challenge the stories that are coming up, regulate my nervous system, and not spend the next how much ever time looping in a mind-based place. I'm able to actually step away from this and and move on with the rest of my life without it being all consuming. And so we were having, this really fun conversation where she was able to be witnessing herself and her growth. And she actually gave me some really beautiful feedback about how she had been looking for and longing for a lens to look through the way that I offered her a lens. And she said it was really life-changing to be able to come in contact with me, start doing coaching with me, start building these tools, these skills, and be able to look through these different lenses. And her life feels very different to her, which landed in such a beautiful spot in my heart. And I know that I am not for everybody, and I'm not trying to be, but for the people I'm right for. And that feels awesome for them and for me. And this morning I was thinking about nature and these difficult moments that happen for us, and how if you look at nature, we build strength, we grow when we are in difficult situations. So I want you to think about if you were to go to a personal trainer and say, I want to be stronger. The personal trainer would put you in dynamics situations where you actually have little micro tears of your muscle. Those micro tears heal and are a stronger muscle. The same thing happens with bone, right? So if you want to build bone, you are going to follow the same exact process, right? Where you stress the bone and the bone responds by laying down more bone. We are the same. You are nature. When you are put in difficult dynamics, when the universe, God, Mother Nature, Source, Divine, however it is that you say that, for me, they're the same thing, puts a dynamic in front of you, it is merely there to help you grow, to help you become the next expression of you, to become stronger, to learn a lesson. And so often we will get in these dynamics, in these situations, and it will feel like the end of the world to us, or it will feel like, why is this happening to me? Well, this is the duality of the human experience, and this is how we grow. Look around at nature. Like, nature shows us so much if we can merely be present with nature and take the lessons that are available to us, that nature has to offer us, on repeat. And so if you are navigating a difficult or complicated or uncomfortable situation, recognize that you're growing. Today, before I went out to do the leaves, I had a session with a client of mine who I've been working with for years and years and years, and I adore her. She has been through some enormous stuff, and I feel so blessed to get to be somebody who supports her and who's close to her as she's navigating all of these big things. And we were kind of chatting at the end of the session. We were scheduling her next session and just kind of chatting about the human experience and all the things that are going on, and how these lessons that can feel so uncomfortable help us grow. And she was checking in with me to see, she said, I know you have big things going on. While I don't know the specifics, I know that you have big things going on in your life, and I just want to check on you and see how you are doing. And I was explaining to her that if I had been navigating what I'm navigating right now 5 years ago, I would have been a hot mess. Hot mess express, okay? And it wouldn't have been until after I was out of the dynamic that I would have been able to grow. And I would have been able to reflect the way that I'm reflecting, see things the way that I'm seeing things. And I was explaining to her how fun it is for me to be in the moment, to be in the dynamic, in the situation, and to be able to witness how much I have changed over the past 3 months. I feel like a different human. I was actually texting with somebody who I used to be exceptionally close with. And I was saying to him, I feel like an entire lifetime has passed. And I'm a different human. And I don't know who you are. And you don't know who I am. And that's legitimately how I feel. The amount of growth that I have been through in the past 3 months is more than what I have been through in the totality of my life. And I wouldn't change it. The dynamics that happened were difficult and uncomfortable. And just like a muscle, just like bone, when you stress a being, a human, they have the opportunity to grow. And I was not going to go through all of that discomfort without coming out a much better expression of me. And so I just wanted to pop on and say that if you are navigating something that is difficult, something that is uncomfortable, something that is not your preference to be navigating, just remember that this is how we grow. It's one of the ways that we grow. And you see it in nature all the time. And reflect upon where you are seeing your growth, where you are seeing yourself be a better expression of you, where you are stepping into the next expression of you, where you are responding rather than reacting, where you are challenging the stories that your mind creates, where you are picking different patterns, creating new neural pathways in your brain. Witness it, celebrate it, see yourself. This human experience is a lot, and it's beautiful, even the messy parts. And we all navigate difficult things. We all do. And it's one of the reasons that I think that we should be gentle with each other. And I'm not always great at that. There have been so many times in my life where I haven't been gentle with people, and I didn't know what they were going through. And I never will know what they were going through, right? Like times where I might honk my horn or not give somebody grace or create a story in my mind about somebody that isn't accurate. But we all navigate big and difficult dynamics and situations. And it's also where we grow. And learning to witness your personal growth and development and celebrate it is huge in creating new patterns where that is your norm. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. Mwah.